What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to create some original music. I have a idea, which I'm going to start with, and this is an idea which I previously had touched on. I had done in Little Big Planet 2, but now I want to make it a full-fledged thing. And so I've got an empty project here. Let me just make sure I'm all good to go. Okay, so I've got an empty project here, and I'm going to start with the main melody. And the instrument I want to play that main melody is an electric guitar. And so, before we get an amp or anything, it's not going to have an amp on it. It's just going to be a plain electric guitar for now. Let's see, I'm going to find... I think I want to try using Shreddage 3 Stratus free. So this is a free patch, which I found. I think it doesn't go very low. Oh, it does go pretty low. Maybe it just doesn't go pretty high. Like, this is the range that you have to work with right here. From a low E, which I think is the lowest it's the lowest an electric guitar can actually produce. But I think it just doesn't go very high. It doesn't let you do anything like wailing, but... yeah, that's the limit. It should be like a normal... most electric guitar patches would be able to go much higher. But I think that's the restriction of the free one. That they don't let you go terribly high. And they don't let you set the... I don't think they let you set the... channel that it's being played. Now, I do have another electric guitar here, which is... where is that? It's something from... Piano Book, another free one. And this one... oh, I think that one is the, also limited to this not-so-high part. Why is it... oh. This is a high velocity thing. So there's like some different timbres here. This one has more of a nasally tone to it. Whereas this one will have more of a... yeah, this one will have more of a little more pleasant of a tone here. So we'll see which one I want. I'm going to write this in Shreddage. And then we can change as we see fit. So the tune I have here is like, let's see if it works on my... it's not working on this. Why is that not working? Oh, FLStudio is not accepting my MIDI. Oh wait, you guys won't even be able to hear this because FLStudio chose put the wrong thing on me. Original music, hell yes. Thank you, Matthew Kuhn. Welcome. So, now you'll be able to hear this. So the difference between this... there is this library, which has a bit of a nasally tone. But then the RJS guitar. Both of these are free options, by the way, if you have Contact already. Really, one of the few things I recommend buying is Contact, because... not because Contact is any good, but because a lot of third-party, like just regular people, do a lot of free stuff for Contact. So this is more of a pleasant tone. I might start with this one, because this is like a really sharp, nasally tone. So I kind of want to start with this one, actually, the RJS guitar, because I never used this one yet. And this one just sounds a lot more pleasant to me. And so, I think it's mapped to channel 2, because I had them probably auto-mapped it to channel 2. Okay, but FLStudio is still not recognizing my MIDI. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's see if I can get FLStudio to recognize my MIDI. Well, it's recognizing, it's just not registering anything, which is really odd. No matter what I push, it doesn't register any key presses. Let me see if I turn it off and on again. There it is. Okay, so this guitar patch, the melody that I had in mind was... I'm gonna want to put this in like a much louder. There we go. Let me see if I can play this because I have so much latency and I'm not able to get zero latency on stream, so I might not be playing this well. Oh, there's that there's that high velocity thing that comes in sometimes. No. Something like that. You get the point. So I want to start with this. And before it's going to be, it'll be a clean electric guitar before it has an amp on it, because the amp must be added separately. So, let's start. It's going to be, I'm going to put this in step mode, and let's see. And let's start with this being like da 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 da. And then we do da, a long G, da, short A, da da da, long F sharp, da da da. Not that long. Let's see. It needs to be a little longer. And it has the little vibrato on it, which I like. And then at this point, the note will stop here, and at this point it'll be like da 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 da. So I want D D, C sharp, and I think actually da 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 da. Now, I do want to incorporate some bends here. Let's see. And I might want these to stretch out a little bit. I want to have a bend come up from here. And I want to try out a new way of programming bends, which is that I want to have it be done by the envelope controller. So much to the same way that I always do it, I'll take this automation knob and assign it to this, to the tune of this patch. And then I go into project, generators, and contact. And then I find this here, and I'm going to, well, first, actually, I'm going to add an envelope controller. And then this envelope controller, I'm going to make a little upward bend. Quick one, too, so let's do like that. Delete the release, and then that's going to be like, that should be good like that. Then let's map that to, let's right click the tune knob and go link to controller, select Fruity Envelope Controller Articulator 1, and then that'll be that. Now if I put a note here, it should make that bend. Yeah, that's it. But it bends too much, so I need to lower the, like, let's say 50% envelope level. Ah, okay. Good. So what I want to do then is I want it to bend. Now I just have to choose where all the places are that I want it to bend. So maybe here, here, and and then the next note. Let's see. I want it to bend here. And I kind of want to do, I want there to be a longer bend as well. which means that I'll need to go to a different articulation and turn that to 50% as well. And then I can go back to articulator 1, copy this state, and then paste it on articulator 2, and then just make that twice as long. And so what I can do is I can also link that to the tune knob. I think can I link both to one knob? Oh, linked, yeah, I can do new link, and then envelope controller articulator 2, and make sure that this is not selected. I don't want it to remove conflicts, because a conflict is like basically two things mapped to the same knob. You don't want that to remove. So with both of those removed, it should be right. And then all I have to do to access articulator 2 is use channel 2 on this thing. So that ought to make it like a longer thing, and then I just have to turn the note longer. So I want da da da, and I have to send this to select channel 1 for this. Da da dum do. Okay, this note needs to be longer. And I kind of want this one to be like go longer. No, not that one. Articulator 2. Wait, hold on. Why is articulator 2 playing when it should be only that one? Weird. I guess that's not how you differentiate. There's like really no way to differentiate, maybe. What I could do to have them do different things is I could just have this play on C6, and then like make articulator 2 play on C5. Because this pitch doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the pitch is here. So long as that's just to say that there's something triggering this. And then I can make the longer one go to C5 to signify that's a longer one. And I kind of want this to be a longer one as well. Okay, and that guitar is a bit loud, so let's turn it down a bit. Okay, and I kind of want that one to be slower too, and so I want this to be like a slower thing. Let's do it by the tempo. Yeah. I don't know about the other one. Let's see. This one should be longer. Yeah. Yeah, this one, I want that one to be faster. And I kind of want this one to be even longer. Like, just a really long... Oh, the note has to be longer if I want to go that route. Nah, I'm not sure I'm gelling with that. Let's make it the way it was before. Undo... Yes. And the one thing I don't like that this, like, I can tell, like, this note, these notes are, everything from, like, from D5 and below is, like, louder naturally. So what I want to do is just raise the, like, Alt-X, select these, and then Alt-X to raise the velocity. There we go. Now, if I raise it too much, I'll get a different articulation. But I do think I can use that articulation in some points. But wait, isn't it like a muted note? It's like... Yeah, I don't know about that because it starts too late. Yeah, we might be able to do something with that. Yeah, that could work. It depends on how it's going to sound when there's an amp in there. Sounds like something from Earthbound. I wouldn't know. I haven't heard a lot of Earthbound. I haven't the one what of Earthbound I have heard doesn't really have much of a melody. Except I do know that theme that's in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Doom dum dum da da dee. Dum da dum da. Or Johnny Be Bad. Johnny Be Bad, what is that? Because I know there's a Johnny Be Good, but I didn't know someone. What is that? A parody? Johnny Be Bad. Welcome, RD Runeriv. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a parody to me. Johnny Be Bad. Sounds like something Weird Al would make. Johnny Be Bad. Or maybe like that sounds like a Weird Al song where if like you know how in Johnny Be Good he's all like saying that he's like really good at like this guy couldn't read or write but he's just a really good guitar player, and it's like what if he's just like absolutely the worst at playing guitar and he's Johnny Be Bad. That would be a great parody. Anyway, so this is shaping up pretty well. That's the first part of it, and then I want to duplicate that with Control B. And then I want to make a little variation here in which this F sharp will become G and move like this. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I think it's A. Da, da. No, it's B. Maybe we can use that big articulation there too. Nope. And then we're gonna move this up an octave, but actually it's not. It's gonna break scale. As of now, we've been in the key of A, I do believe. No, been in the key. Yeah, we've been in the key of A, pretty much. No, wait, it's not even A. It's been like, what key is this? D? Oh wow, it is D. Didn't know it was D. Didn't realize I thought I was writing in A, but I guess that wouldn't make sense because there's a G natural. And so it's going to break scale and go to G because it has a C natural in it, which doesn't exist in the key of G. So it's going to break scale a little bit here. Okay, and this one, since this one's not using this note, has to realign itself. And then this one, I want to make a variation here. Da, 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 na, na. Okay, and then I need my bins. Which would be, I'm going to copy and paste, but then FLStudio is going to want to put it where the cursor is, so I have to move that. And then maybe I can put the bins in a different place as well. And maybe I can even fuse this note and make this one long note, and then use that long articulation bend. And then I want to change the place where the bends occur, maybe. And this one, the bend will be here this time. Nice. Okay. And then, let's see. I kind of want to do. This is going to be a chorus, so it's going to repeat quite a bit. And so then I want this to be. And then maybe, so I want this to, since this pretty much uses A anyway, I want this to like lead into it. Okay, and then I want to write an ending here where it's like D, and then I want it to go back to F sharp instead of B. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And then I want to take these notes, put them down, back down, and then da 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 dee do, da dee do, and then have it end on B. But I want that B to bend up like a lot, like a whole octave. So what I then want to do is go to articulator 3, and I'm going to paste this state again. But then I'm going to have this, I don't know how much this is, but I want it to be a lot. So then I'm going to have to go to the tune knob again, create another link, and set that to articulator 3. And this time I'm going to make it right-click this part of the keyboard to make it controlled by C4. And then let's see what that does. And I also want to copy these articulations again, but here it's not going to bend because that's a connecting note. And so, let's see. I want the bend note now to be, maybe we can have one, no, I don't want to have that many bends in one place. So here is where it'll go. And this is going to take, I forgot to make this bend much longer. Like it's going to have to take half the bar, I guess. Or at least this much. I'm going to see if this much does it. Okay, that's a bit cartoony, but I wanted that to be... I want this to just go straight up. Weird. I just want it to be like... Which I guess it does already, but there was a matter of an out of sync. And actually, I want it to wait a bit before it goes all the way up there, so maybe like... And it doesn't actually the note doesn't even last that long, so I want it to stop here. And I want, when it releases, I want it to go back down. And actually it could wait even longer. Like, yeah, this is the end of the note here. Actually, I definitely want a bend to be here. Because it's gotta bend, it's gotta be like da 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 da. But this one won't be bending. And this note, that F sharp needs to last for longer. which means I need to move the bend as well. I'm not sure about these, like, a lot of these slow bends. Oh, that's good. And that slower one, I want it to be a little faster. Oh, I guess it's good. It has to be double the last one. Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so the other thing I want to do is, like, well, actually, really the only thing left is to give it a, like, what do you call it, an amp. So for this, I don't want to put contact directly into a mixer track. I want to create a separate master output, and then set that output. So this is really complicated to do with contact because it's not really, I mean, most VSTs just have like you just select the output, but this one you have to go give it a separate mixer, set the mixer to be 3, like the next 2 numbers, and then go to processing and set this one to be that, which is really convoluted and not necessary, but I guess it is necessary. So now it's in a mixer track. So what I want to do, I want to use guitar rigs, and guitar rig came free with something I bought. But it is a paid thing. Now there are free options for amps you can use. Let's see. So I would like to add component, and let's see. I don't know what most of these do, but maybe jump will do something. Oh wow, that's annoying. I want something pleasant. Don't do that. What's Chicago? I like that tone. Okay, now this one I definitely want to bend here too. I want to bend here every time. Let's see. Nice. Okay, the problem is those notes from D down are still too loud, so let's Alt X and turn the velocity down. Oh, it's still too loud. Let me see, okay, that's a little better. So it does respond to velocity. Okay, so we can then Alt X and let's put them up a little bit. Let's see how. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, now let's spice it up a bit. Let's give it some. What's it called? What are you doing? I want some reverb and delay, so let's do something fancy like realm. Woo! Nice. Turn that down a lot. And I still think that guitar is getting loud on certain notes. Let's use a limiter to sort of monitor the input. Let's keep it right there. So let's limit it to there, and then let's put a little bit of compression on it. And let's lower the amount of reverb. Oh wait, I have to use the trackpad for this. And I want more presence on the distortion. Let's see if I can do that. And I want it to be stereo too. I don't like it. I think having less tone is good. Okay, now I think the reverb should decay faster and maybe be less. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's give it delay. And then let's turn that delay to 3 steps in time. And then let's give it some offset, panning offset, so that it sounds different in the right and left speakers. And then let's turn the feedback level, the amount of echoes, down a bit. And then let's turn the volume of the echoes down to about that. And then let's turn the diffusion on, volume diffusion. And let's turn the guitar down a bit. It should be... And I kind of want this to have an octave on it. And the proper way to do that is to have, like to have it be done at the, what's it called, the guitar, like the guitar playing level, because instead of playing it in octaves, I'm not really a guitarist, so I don't know if it would be easier or it'd be feasible to play a solo in octaves. Actually, no, that probably wouldn't be feasible because you'd need 2 different fingerings on the different octaves. So what they do in this situation is just put an octaver on it as a pedal, which for my purposes, I think the easiest way to do that. Oh, there's different velocity levels here. I'm probably using a different thing. So if I raise this up and I just use different samples. We can kind of try that, see how it works. Let me copy and paste that, and then Control up. I like that all right, but I think I would like it better if it was just the top octave. Actually, the problem with that is that I like the vibrato, and the vibrato doubles when you stretch the sample like that. Nah, I think it would be better to, if I want another octave in there, layer it with something. Anyway. Welcome, Crunk Cobain. Ah, nice. Okay, so that's going good. I want to now I want now a rhythm guitar. Actually, might be fit me to instead do rhythm at this point instead of just working with guitars, but I don't know. Actually, I'll just do the rhythm guitar. So for the rhythm guitar, maybe this would be a good opportunity to use shreddage. So let's put that in there. And let me see, is this going to behave and like go on like one channel, or is it always going to try and take over? No, good. It's on channel 2. Okay, cool. So then let's call this pattern lead guitar. And then I want to create a new pattern called rhythm guitar. And this I just want to be legato power chords because I want this melody to be like mostly done the work by the, like mostly just be supporting the melody. So what I need to do is select channel 2, and then I can establish the chords that I want to use, which is so what I want to do is A, G, E, and then maybe. Okay, so let's do that. 1 bar of A5, like a fifth, like just straight fifths, power chords. And I want to do this full velocity, just in case. And then maybe we can go down to C sharp. And then we'll Control B to duplicate that. And then I want the next one to go to B at this point. And then for after that, let's see. I think what I really want to do is just have it go back to A at the last beat. And then that A. So basically we just have this hang on B. And then go back to A at the end. Okay, and then we'll repeat that, but we'll select this, Shift I to invert the selection, and then Control B to repeat that. Okay, and then we go through this again. Okay, and then it's like, this is the last part. But when it goes here, it settles back on B, on D, like on F sharp. So that means I want that to be D major. Okay, and then that can rest on B there. Be there. I might actually have it rest on E because that's the fifth, and if I want it to go back to A, that would be the best move. And look, it ends on a high note, literally. Nice. Oh yeah, I like that. I like how ending like with this progression. Nice. So now I just need to give that a, oh, I actually can't send, I don't really think I can send this to a new, I think that's the real restriction on the original. Like, you just can't send this to a different track. At least I don't think so. Instrument options. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. So I can't, I think this is just by default sent to channel 1. So I'll just make 1 the, yeah, see, it's by default sent to mixer track 1. So if I just make this the shreddage, I just call this shreddage. And then I tell it to send that to 2, then it'll go to mixer track 2. Now, this mixer track I need to call lead guitar. And this one I want to call rhythm guitar. Now, this has to be a lot louder, first of all. Let me see, should I make this a lower octave or nah? It won't go. If I make it a lower octave, then I can't hit that C sharp. So let's see. I'm gonna have to see how the distortion reacts with it. So let's get another instance of guitar rig. And then let's load. I want to load a different amplifier. Maybe jump this time because I want some mean distortion. Ooh, that's quite loud. Let's turn that down. And it's just a bit. Oh my. Too much treble. Yeah, I think that might be a bit too, that's just a bit too grungy for me. I want this to be... Let's see what else we got. Fire Seeker, that sounds interesting. Hopefully that won't be too loud. Sounds pretty much the same, actually. I kind of want to, I think if it would be more pleasant going down. Yeah, that's better. I don't know. Yeah, I think kind of the lower register should be handled by the bass. I'm just not getting, that one's still not a pleasant enough distortion. Let's see, Van 51 sounds promising. It's still lacking. For this one, I kind of want to, let me try using the presets. Let me see what the presets have to say. Genres, rock. I want to see if there's one that gives me a, like, rhythmic sort of thing. Like a rhythm, like a distortion. Let's see. Follow the dirt. Yeah. straightforward metal. Nah. Let's see. Oh, there's not a lot of presets here. I guess that's one of the... No, wait, there is. Driven mix. No. Cheesy 80s metal lead. Nah. Weird. Fuzz, that sounds nice. Oh my. Not really. I kinda like this one alright, let's see. It'd be nice if it was a little more uniform. Do 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 do. Oh, this one's stereo. I like that. Nice, I'll roll with this one. And I kind of want some chorus on that. Let's make that louder. Maybe I can get some more distortion out of it. And then let's have it be louder coming out. Okay, good. Wait, this is a rhythm guitar. It doesn't sound ugly. It sounds similar to what string charge use. Ah, welcome, Carlo Nassar. Welcome, Gamer XT. Whoops. Learned from doing the same thing. What I learned is having separate tracks for harmonies like that. What do you mean? But wait, it doesn't sound... Ah, okay, yeah. This is the rhythm guitar. Well, that's sounding pretty good. Okay, so anyway, let's go for bass now. Find verse empty and call this bass. Let's do... I always use Moto Bass for this. This is a free physically modeled bass VST. And so... what do I want to do for the bass though? Okay. I kinda like that. Yeah, let's kind of break it up like that. So let's see. And then on the A, and then on the G. Okay. This, let's see. And then maybe do a thing like do da 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 da. I think here I go to C sharp. Do do da da da. But E is part of C sharp, so I don't see why not. Do da 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 da. Nice. So now let's see. The most rhythm guitar chords are 3 notes, not 2. Death metal songs might be an exception. Okay. Oh, lead guitar. Actually, lead guitar harmonies at some points might be nice. Let's try 3 rhythm, like 3 guitar chords. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, so the question is probably 3 notes below. Let's see. Let's see. So if I just choose the notes in fifths, let's see how. B. Whoops. That was my arm. That does sound better. Yeah, oh yeah, that makes it sound beefier for sure. Nice. Good idea. Okay, so now going back to the bass. Let's see. Most of these are. Let's kind of put like just hold Alt and shorten the notes. So we hear that rhythmic. Make it more rhythmic, and it stops them from bleeding into each other. But when I want it to kind of bleed into each other when it does this arpeggio here. Okay, and then we just need to Control B. And then I think the variation that I had was this goes to B. And let's start this here, so it's a G. Nice. let's see. Okay, so and then I think from here, the last time I did, I went to E on this part. So that would mean that if I do the arpeggios again, then all I have to do is change the C sharp to B. And then I can actually, maybe I can do a variation where I go straight all the way up. Nice. And then, but here I think it changed, in the last part bit it changes to A, so that would mean this one needs to be an A. And then it goes back to A, but this could be, yeah, so can't remember what I did for the ending, let's see. I did E on the last one. Yeah, so that just means I need this, and this is already in E, so I can really just repeat this part. Yeah, that'd be fine. So that's just a looping bass line. Okay, so the only thing, well, there's probably going to be several things left to do, but I want to get like this is going to become quite a rock thing so far, but I want to put like some typical rock drums here. Of course, there will be percussion over that, but I want to start with rock drums. And then we'll put it all together and see how it goes. Let's find first empty and call this drums. And I want to use, what packs do I have here? I have like United Heavy. Sometimes United Heavy. That sounds pretty good. I like that. Oh, but I have to stop it from playing, otherwise it's gonna play to infinity. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to do like a let's see, kick, like just a typical kick snare with fast hi-hats. So that would be, where's the kick? There it is. And then with the fast hi-hats, so you have a choice between, it looks like here is the length of the hi-hat, and then here is if you hit it on the bell. Like, because you can hit the hi-hat on the bell, or you can just hit it on the rim. And then, and so what I kind of want to do is I want the long one and then have it get like, But I want them to be stronger than that. These have to be like some strong hi-hats. I think... Maybe all these can be... Yeah, there you go. Nice. What I really said is meant for lead guitar harmonies. I didn't pay full attention. I apologize for missing the track name in that case. Oh, that's okay. No worries. Well, ideas are always welcome. Yeah. Okay. La 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 la. Okay, so... Hold on 1 second. Okay, so... I think we could... I want to like make these syncopated hi-hats a little bit different. Let's see. Yeah, and then this one can be, I think this one can be like a, because these right here are the levels of which you release the pedal on the hi-hat. Actually, I think all of these should have it. Maybe these. Nah, let's just have them be like straight from D sharp, F sharp to D sharp. Nice. Okay, so that's our typical drum beat. Let's try to make the chorus with that. Let's move this down. And so then we'll go bass. Let's see. Ooh, it's got a pretty good beat already. Okay, here we go with the rhythm guitar. Okay, some adjustments I want to make to the voicing is that I want this one to, like, even though it gets higher, to use lower voicings. Okay, perfect. Now, lead guitar. Except that okay, that's pretty good, except that I can't really hear it whenever the bend is on the lead guitar like this. Yeah, it's because it's not so quiet. And I think that's because whenever you play electric guitar, if you just have one note and then you do the slide, this note's already is sort of over. And so what a lot of guitarists do is that they break up the note by continuing to like strum it. So, and we can simulate that by using the chop function and chopping it up into little notes. And see how that works. But these notes, not so much. Yeah, I could also make this louder. Nice. Nice. Now, the other thing I want to do, maybe I want to put some bends on the on this note too. So that means I'm going to have to use another automation. Oh wow, it already maps all the automations to the shredded Stratus, which means I'm just going to use this one really. Wait a second, is this still? Because this one was the one I mapped. Did it unmap what I had? Oh, it mapped it also to the volume, so it's mapping that to the volume somehow? I don't think it's doing that. Let's see. It's not working anyway, so that's pretty convenient that it isn't working. I guess it's muting it out because it has this already there. I don't know. But anyway, we just have to use this because this is auto mapped. So that means I want this to be in another controller because I don't want this. Actually, I could use the same control. I could keep using the same controller and then just do different notes, because that would work too. Because I think it would. Still work like if you just map these to different notes and then I have them affect different things. That might be a good efficient use of this thing. So maybe the G could be used for the tone on this. Let's see, articulator 4 could do that. So G5 is the note that I want to use for bends here. And that's just going to be like probably every other note really. So if I want to do G, but I still have to say which one that is. So then I just have to go back and copy this again. Let's see, one of these. I would like to copy this one. And then that means that I'm going to use, this will trigger that one. Except it's not working. Oh, I think did I actually link this to that? I did, but it's not working. Why isn't it working? Okay, so it's triggering it, but it's not being received. At least I don't think so. Either that or it just, none of the mappings of this thing are working. Or maybe that's the tone for the plugin rather than the thing. Maybe that's just like, yeah. Maybe if I drag this to this, then it'll work. Ah, because it's the tune, yeah. So this would have to be it. Yeah, there we go. Now it bends. Okay, so if I now quantize this, I stretch this out to play the thing, and then I just control B, 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 B. But not this one. This one has to go earlier. And then I do control B, 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 and that's that. Nice. Oh, it's still... Oh wait, I didn't need one on that octave. I mean on that bar. Nice. Now let's see how that sounds in the full thing. Nice, I like that. Okay, and now it just feels just a little bit plain, but that's something I'm gonna have to work on because I don't really have any other ideas besides more chords. And maybe a different rhythm, like because the rhythm is kind of basic. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that gives a little more groove. Also, I think it would help the groove if the most of the notes were like a little bit like less than like all like connected to each other. So that would mean, except for this, and these. Let's just hold Alt and then shrink the notes a little bit. And I kind of want to increase the amount of distortion on this, but I don't know how to do this with that because this is a cabinet. So really only all I need is the cabinet. I have my own distortion. So I can just apply that, which is saturation knob. I can get a little bit of saturation knob. There we go. That gives it a little more oomph. And then increase the delay. And then maybe lower the volume. Nice. Okay, let's give Moto Bass a mixer track. So let's just call this regular bass. We don't need all that information. And then let's give the drums a track. Now the bass I wanted to immediately hit 6. I want it to peak at 6. And let's give that some saturation as well. And let's turn that down because it's gaining volume from the distortion. Okay. Now the drums can also gain a little distortion. Saturation, they call it. Nice. And that'll be good. And maybe the drums are a little loud. Cool. So, let's see. Welcome, Mr. 10 Years in the Joint. We got $10 from Mr. 10 Years in the Joint. Thank you. Glad you enjoy the tunes. Sam, at it again, cooking studio in the studio, cooking some beats. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, so the other thing is I want to get some reverb on the snare, and I believe there is a good support for that in Addictive Drums 2. And I think it's just that the snare is set to send to the effects. I just need to increase the FX really. I think it's already there. Maybe here's the level. Let's see. Let's solo the drums. Nice. There we go. That'll do it. Now it's getting a little loud, so let's put a limiter on it. Now I'm kind of not liking the snare so much for this. I think I want a snare with a little more snap in it. Let's try to workshop some snares. Pork pie. Let's see. Try this piccolo snare. Pretty good. Cool. I don't like the fat snares for this. Ooh, that's good. I like that one actually. Let's turn down the bass a little bit. And then okay, cool. Let's try. I want to do some harmonies on the guitar actually. Let's see. Actually, I don't really want to do harmonies on the guitar. I'd rather layer them with something else. That to me would be more interesting. But I don't really know. I don't really have any ideas on what to layer them yet, so I'll let that idea put that on a back burner. Let's call this drums, and this is just bass for simplicity. And then let's call this bends. Okay, so I kind of want Let's see. I'm liking that in drums, so I don't have any more ideas for this right now. Of course, it'll get more instrumentation. Except maybe we could do with some choir as a final thing. And I want to do I want to get the choirs from my East West Hollywood Orchestra. I bought this library way back in the day. It was on sale for like $500, which is a lot, but it's a massive orchestra library. So it has like all sorts of like hundreds of brass, percussion, woodwinds, and strings and choirs. I'm sure it's a lot more now, but like now that it's not on sale, but maybe not because it's old now. So for the choirs, this is actually symphonic choirs because they didn't have Hollywood choirs whenever I first got it. I would like to do altos because the rhythm guitar is sort of working in the bottom end between the bass and the lead, and so I want the choirs to be higher so that it can fill that space without sort of competing with the electric guitar. So let's go for a typical thing, and let's find first empty and call this choir. And so let's do that. Now these are really quiet, so which is often the case with this library. It starts things out being super quiet. So I need to boost it 12 decibels, and that ought to do me pretty well. Much better. So I'm probably going to have to reduce that a bit, but I can do that easily later. Let's see. And the release is really loud for some reason. And that just sounds a bit too much like heaven. Why does it go so loud whenever I release the note? I think there's like, if you go to player, there's like release, and this might need to be reduced for some reason. Very strange. So anyway, for now, let's just... No, don't do that. So let's quantize this with Control Q, Control B, and then we're gonna go G. I want this to be like a beat. Yeah, and then Control B. Shift that down to E. Okay, that release is becoming a problem. I think I just need to disable it. Okay, so for the C sharp note, nice. And I really want to make this... Now I like it starting higher on a higher voicing and then coming down. Okay, and then we'll repeat that. Except that here, we'll go to B. And then E. But I want that B to, continue from there. Okay, and then we'll Control G to glue the notes that are next to each other. Ooh, I like that. Okay. And then but then I think these can pretty much stay the same as we established before. And just repeat. So let's insert one here. And then we just have that repeat with the rhythm guitar. Okay, but the choirs are too loud, so let's turn this quits choir patch down. Okay, and I think this would be as good as time as any to get my mastering plug-in together, so that way I can monitor the highs and lows independently, make sure they're all gelling. So highs I always want to cap at 9 decibels, and then mids at 3. Those are the loudest, that's the one you want to hear the most. And then bass around 6. Perfect. Pretty good. Okay, and the only thing is that one part, let's see, this part, and at the last, the only difference is that at the last moment here, I want this to become A. So we're going to control B, and then control G. But then this one ends like that. Okay, the only thing is, I'm not really sure. I think the reverb might be a bit much with everything we have going on. It might come through a bit clearer if we turn off the reverb. Ah, much better. Cool. That's like a big, like, brick wall of sound. But that's gonna be the, like, high and mighty part. I want to do an intro before this. Or this will rather be the intro. I have a lot of stuff planned here. So this will be like the sort of the main melody before a different thing. Actually, it's not really gonna be anything very typical. It's sort of going to be in sections. So this is the second section, I'd say. And here I just want 8 bars of intro before getting into something this bold. So what I want to do for the intro, the idea I have, is I kind of want to do a different instrument for this. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll probably start it with that instrument, but I'm not. If I do want to do another instrument, I'm not even sure what other instrument I want to do. So I'll just make it the guitar for now. So what I had in mind is. So something like this. Oh, this is really good. This sort of reminds me a lot of like Diddy's guitar in Donkey Kong 64 when it plays like this. Pretty good. Let's see. I want to call this intro. Well, actually, we can tack it onto the lead guitar here. I don't have any automation to speak of yet, so what I can do is just Control A. Move this over. And then, let's see. Actually, I'm not really sure I want to be that bold with it. I might replace it with another instrument, even if that's not the instrument I might go to. I still would like to do that. I need something that's like just not as bold to introduce it, you know? Maybe kalimba might work, or maybe marimba. Something mallet-y. Yeah, let's do marimba. Let's roll with marimba for now. Let's get out of shreddage and minimize it because it's taking up a lot of space. Let's see, and I have a really good marimba, Budapest abstract marimba. I got this, it was on sale for like 30 bucks. I don't know what it is now. Probably not 30 bucks though. So if we put that in marimba shorts, and then, oops, it's going to take some time to load, and it kind of looks like it's freezing for a second there. Okay, so it's loaded. Whoops, my arm hit the keyboard again. Oh, it's going to go straight to distortion. So if I create separate master output, and then send this to channels 5 and 6, then it should just be... Okay, I have to select channel 3. Yeah. I'm not sure, this probably won't stay marimba, but yeah, it's just gonna be that for now. It's quite quiet. And so I kind of had this idea for a riff that keeps climbing. Let's find first empty and call this intro. Okay, and then I want this to be normal velocity. So, oh, that's way too slow. I think I'm zoomed in, like I'm zoomed way out. Okay, so let's stretch that to like half time. And set the grid to be a step, and then Control Q. And then I want this to like sort of... And then maybe, let's see, put this as like full, like a little bit higher velocity. And this one has even... Okay, and I want to set this up with some delay. So, like, to have it ring out some notes after that. So let me say that, hey, I want this next part to go to channel 3. No, wait, 5. 5 is the next free one. So let's send this to channel 5, or mixer track 5. Okay, and then I want a delay to... But I want it to be on 3 steps. No, it has to be at 6 steps. Turn the feedback down a little bit and turn the wet down. Cool, so that's the kind of thing, that way that space can be filled in by delays. And then, let's make this note ring out, and then we'll Control B and shift this up a semitone, and then Control B again, and so on. Okay, and at which point I'll do like a sort of odd audio illusion, I don't know. So, and then I'll, at the fourth bar, I'll drop this out. and then I'll have the notes play where the delays would be, but it goes down. Da, da, da. Nice. Da, 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 da. And then maybe make this one full high velocity. Cool. Let's call this one Marimba instead, because there's going to be other stuff doing the intro. And so, then what I want to do is put this here in the rhythm section. And I want it to repeat itself, so it's going to go back down. Oh wow, that's sudden. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Maybe I also want to have a little, like, a little drop here before it goes to that. Maybe like a bridge, you know. And I kind of want the delay to last, like, into this, like, at least halfway in. And then drop out here. Nice. Okay, and then it repeats, and then I want to do something, no. I want to do something here. So this, it repeats, but not quite. And then, okay, but then I need the same. Okay, very good. And then I want to do that same thing with this delay coming back in, and then it shuts off again. Okay. And then maybe a different drum beat. Let's find verse empty, call this... Well, actually, no, we can do the same thing in the drums that we have. We'll just make it a different beat. And I'll probably do some variations on the main drum beat later for the main swing, but this will be it for now. These will be 2 drum. And so for this, since I'm moving this, I'm going to select all similar clips and just move that over, and then shift to the hold shift and push left. Okay, and for this drum beat, I'm going to do da do da do da do. And maybe do something different with the hi-hats, like... And then have it stop there. Pretty interesting. So let's do that here and just have that repeat. Nice. I can see how that's coming together. Okay, and in that second part, I want to give the lead guitar a bit, just to have it do something to introduce. Let's see. So that means I would have to move all of this, but which is not a problem. So let's select bar and then just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also do the same with the bins. Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. Wait, no, not that. It starts on 5, and then I can then move this over. Wait a second. It has to start here. I forgot one for the slides. Shift right. Hollywood Orchestra costs about $900, although it can be bought cheaper if the full version isn't required, like Opus or Kingdoms Edition. I don't even know what those are, but I got the gold. I just have the gold edition. Maybe the gold edition is cheaper. The gold edition only includes one microphone, which I really only need one microphone. If I recall correctly, that's the limitation there. So what I want to do for the guitar here, I wanted to have like legato notes. That sounds pretty cool already. That feedback. Let's see. And maybe have it bend up. And maybe make it have more vibrato on that bit there. Let's try to get a vibrato articulation going here, for which we'll use the LFO. And we'll delete all these points except for 2. And that means that this one's going to have to... I'm going to have it... It's going to take some time to start to get full swing. And I only want this to be... Because the vibrato is better, it should be about 5%. Vibrato should not be doing much. Oh, that's the envelope. Whoops. The LFO should be about 5%. And it should be faster than that. So let's see. And I want the bends to be affected by only the G4 note. So let's select this and then Control B, B, B. But then on this one, I'm going to want to do a different one. So let's have this go to A, because I want that to be a rise. Actually, I think we can use the rise that was in that we did on C4. That might work. And of course, now I just have to map it to the pitch there, which is now named volume for some reason. And now for the new link, I want this to be articulator 5. I do believe it was articulator 5. Yes. Oh, that's a nice bend at the end there, but the vibrato is not working. Yeah, maybe there is a new version. I don't know. I guess that's why it costs $900 now. They're putting out a new version. Strings 2 edition. Ooh. Fancy. So the vibrato is not working. Let me see what's going on with the... Oh, it's just doing... It looks like it's just doing a little bend. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe it's using the LFO's version? No, the LFO doesn't have anything. Articulator 5. So it is doing articulator 5, but it's not actually doing anything. Maybe if I... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I just needed more than like 5%, really, maybe 10%. But this also needs to sustain. So what it's doing is it's once it reaches the peak, it just stops. So I have to tell it, hey, you want to sustain here. Nice. Let's try that. Nice. Nice. Okay, now for the bass bit, I kind of want to do dun 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 dun. That would be fun. So let's go shift to the right 4 times. Or maybe 5. Maybe we can do something in that bridge over there. And then we will, I might do a variation on that because I kind of want to, yeah, let's shift to the right 4 more times. Okay, and then maybe do the dun dun dun. Let's see, dun dun dun. Let's do this full velocity. Oops, that's too slow. Yeah, it's a little bit mild, but yeah. Whoa, that's wild. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so let's copy this. Paste it here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Whoops. Dun dun dun. And then do da da da. And then maybe do legato notes here. Duh. And I kind of want to do dun, 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 like do like this, and then do a dun. Wait, that's weird. It doesn't sound like it's going up an octave. Okay, maybe it is. Dun, dun. But I kind of want that trill to be a little faster. Let's see. And I think maybe it should occur later. Yeah, then we just duplicate that, shift up, duplicate that, shift up, duplicate that, shift up. Except that I want that to occur earlier. And then maybe I'll let that in there, and then I want this to bend down. So that would mean I need yet another bend note. And then maybe this next one, I want that to be C6. C6, or G6. And this will have to be a downward bend. And it'll be tempo, but this tempo will go a full bar. No, that's LFO. Let's do this as a envelope. And then let's do like that, and then it just goes straight down. And then, so that'll be G6. And then G6. Oh. Let's see, it'll be mapped to the bass. Oh, wait. I just have to go to the channel, really. Wait. Link to controller. And then go to bends articulator 6. That should do it. It doesn't do it though. Ah, it's not even being triggered. What's that all about? Am I not hitting G6 with that? That was G5, okay. Control up. Ah, it's not going all the way down. I think the scale is off. Let me set the scale because it should be an octave down. Okay, it's not it's going down about 2 notes. So let's not send the pitch bend range and see that. No, that doesn't work. I think it's the I think it's some sort of like limit within the plugin itself. So a lot of these things introduce like they have built-in like pitch bend ranges, and that's usually it's limited to 5 here. Actually, bend is it's CC number 5, controller number 5. Anyway, so usually these things have pitch bend limits built in. Oh, maybe it's here? No. Maybe here in the settings. No. Lettering. Maybe the bend. Maybe I just have to use. Oh, here's a slide note. Let's see. Pitch wheel. Yeah, so I mean, that's already using the pitch wheel, so. Yeah, that seems kind of difficult. I might have to figure that out later. I don't know. Maybe if I put that, if I just do something with this, it'll do that. Maybe let's really try that. I'm hearing some extra movement in there, but yeah, it's still not working. Oh, slide range. Here we go. So that should be set to 12. Alright, interesting. It's going a little further, but it's still not the full thing I want, so maybe that's just an inaccurate representation. Let's see if I set the slide range to full. Weird. It's supposed to go all the way down. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, it's not expressing the full thing. Hmm. Let me see if I abandon that. That's still not going the full range. Let's see if I go. Weird. If I go back to 12, it still just goes to the same range. That's really weird. So, but if I go here, and then I go up an octave, so I want this to go. I want this to start at C and then. Oh, what's that? It just quit on me. Oh, okay. Actually, I can have this slide down to E. Let's see. Oh, I think maybe that's why it's not working. No, it's still not even going all of that way down. Let's see. If I have this, actually, if I just put this note at E, like the lowest E, let's undo that. Yeah, actually, I can still. If I have this go up. And then I have this be like Control I, and then have this go down. Oh, actually, I needed it to go down an octave. Well, actually, I wanted to arrive at A. So that's the note that'll be starting on. Let's zoom in here. Nice. Okay. I can roll with that. I just need to fix the notes up here. And let's just move those. Maybe let's flip them. There we go. In that case, I think it's like... I think that's actually an octave up. I'm not sure what note that is, actually. Oh, it's starting on A, actually. But I wish it would bend all the way down. Yeah, I don't know about that. I might have to experiment with that for some time before it actually starts working. But for now, okay, but if I want this to meet the... I at least want this to meet the top note. Yeah, that's a little strange, but... I can work with that. That'll be a work in progress. Anyway, let's see. And I want the vibrato. Okay, and then maybe the slide can just be... Like, it can, instead of having the slide at the end, it could just stop there. And that'd be all well and fine. Now, the vibrato, I just want to be stronger. So maybe this needs to go to 20%, actually. Oh, cool. That's more like it. And I kind of wanted to go pretty much from 0 to 100. Okay, and maybe go to a lower octave with that stuff. Ooh. Oh, wow, interesting. I like that woo flutter at the end. Nice, and maybe some like little chucks at the end there if I can do that. Ooh. Oh yeah, if you do like that, just do little short notes, it does little chucks. Cool. And I have another idea for the bit for the little chorus, the main melody bit. Maybe if above that we can do some marimba stuff. So what if I do let's see. How high can I? Oh, that goes really high. It's a grand marimba right there. Let's see. So we're going from A to G sharp to G major, but I'm like passing this like C sharp. And I think maybe I want to go from down to up because it stops here, so that would connect really nicely. And then maybe go down. Let's see. And at this point we'll be in E. And then we go to C sharp. Ah, nice. And then maybe this with the keeping with the higher velocities. Or maybe we syncopate it, have the highest velocities be on the syncopated parts, since we're already doing a lot on, like, you have the snare going on that, but... Nice. Let's make a thing above here and put the marimba here. Now let's slice here and then have it continue. Can't hear it at all. Maybe, because it seemed like it was... Maybe I need to raise the velocity so that it's audible. Because I don't know about phrasing. I'm not sure that's going to work out. We just have too much going on, and I'm not sure I can part with anything here. It needs that power for this section. I can maybe have that come in later. Nice. And then I want to have another bass hit here, maybe at the 5th. I sort of don't even notice the rhythm guitar. Is that still playing? Yeah, it's just in the background, but if you remove it, then it becomes noticeable. It just loses a bit of power, really. Especially in that lower section, lower end. Okay, let's name this track. Let's call this Marimba. How do you like that? I love that section already. Anyway. Let's see. What else? This would be good for the intro. Cool. I think that's it works about pretty well. Welcome, Super Dupe TNT. Hi. Okay, so the drum bits are a little boring because they're just two different bars of repetitive motion. Maybe we can do some variation. Variation. Let's do one for each for now. Okay, so for this, we can select a beat. Let's Control Q, and then Control B to duplicate this. And then maybe add some more kicks in there. Do 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 do. And then maybe add a lower velocity thing here. Like a ghost note. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted like do do da. Do do do, and then I wanted, oh yeah, this. Okay, one variation for that, and then let's do a variation on this one. Da, da, da. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so now we just remove every other drum thing. And then we just set all of these to be the next pattern. But also we remove every other one here. And then we just select all of these and stretch them outward. Nice. I think I kind of want another variation here, so it's like maybe a fill, where it's like do that. So you see do. And maybe have this one be full velocity and then swap it out for toms this time. Here's the, let's see, dun, dun. Okay, here we go. Okay, then let's duplicate this. And then maybe do. Okay, then. Okay, what if we do like have these be like just be snares and then toms? I think that's a thing a drummer can do, right? Just switch quickly between the toms and stuff. Dun 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 dun. Nice, I like that. Okay, so then what that's going to mean is that every 4 bars here, we're going to put that fill in there, or its respective fill. Which means that this will be this one with the tom roll for that. Oh yeah, and this one has to shift a bit. Let me zoom in here. So this one, and then this one for this beat. Okay, and then I think on some level I want to come back to this beat. Copy and paste. Maybe have a verse or something. Okay, and the tempo up to now has been 140, but I kind of want this to be slower. Yeah, because it has so many notes, it's sort of helps it, if you slow it down, to feel all those notes. I'm working on a Nintendo Land sound font, and I want to get better at recognizing the Roland Phantom X patches used. Do you have any advice? Okay, a lot to unpack there. I don't know what Nintendo Land is. If that's a game of some kind, maybe, I'm assuming. And so you want to make a sound font for that game, but you also want to recognize the patches used, like which are the Roland Phantom X. You have it. I don't really have any advice for that, other than you just have to get access to the Phantom X and like listen to, like check each one for like how much they sound like the patches, and then just match them with your ear. Or you can do research. I mean, there's the newer VGM sample sources sheet on Google Docs that you can find online, and that has a lot of sources. So if you haven't checked that yet, check to see if the sources are already found, or if they're not found, you can go and ask the community, because they're on their Discord server, and then which will, and the invite link will be on that sheet, and they might have that they might be able to find that for you and like check those against them if you want to be sure. Yeah, that's the only advice I have. It's a Wii U game. It's the newer. It doesn't list half the sounds I recognize, and I did do some of the findings for it. Yeah, I mean the only advice I really have is to like follow your ear and just test them on the Roland Phantom X, because it's really just about training your ear. You have to train your ear to. You have to either train your ear. I think it's a combination of training your ear and looking at the spectrograph. So if you have FLStudio, they have what's called Wave Candy, and you can, if you can get the sounds into FLStudio, you can use Wave Candy and click Spectrum here, and then you can make this really big. And then you can play both sounds, and then you can compare the spectrograph between each. And it helps if you turn up the scale knob here so you can see the like most games will just be in this range right here. And then you can kind of analyze this range. So you can analyze how similar they sound by playing both sounds and watching how it plays in there. That would be my advice to you. Use a combination of your ear and this Wave Candy here thing if you have FLStudio. Anyway, let's see. So that's pretty good. I think, you know what, I kind of have an idea to do vocals for this. So like only a section of it, of course, but definitely would be good. And I kind of want to use like something inspired by the melody to what's it called? Like Pepper. The song Pepper. So there's like, if I do, let's see, where's my marimba? Something like that, and then have a verse here, and then go back into that same section as before, this one, with the super energetic stuff, but maybe have a different chord progression and melody. Something like that. And then maybe use, I also wanted to do something inspired by the melody to like the third space level from Glover, where it's like that would be fun. I don't know, I don't think we'll have a chance to get into that today. I think I would make, because I think I might cut it here, because I don't want to like start this section and then like not be able to finish it. I'd rather just, because I want to, I've been at this for 2.5 hours. I'll probably save the rest for tomorrow and then get into that. What is Shining Light? That's just what my tentative title for this new tune I'm making. That would be like, I named it, I put it in the name so that when if people want to find the live stream that was used to make the song, they can just search the title in my lives and see like where the live stream is for that song. That would make it easier. All right. Well, I think that's where I'll cut it for today, because it's kind of hot in here and I need to run my fan on myself. I also want to do some social stuff and go to maybe a concert or something. It's already 6:30 out here, so I'll do some fun stuff and come back tomorrow with this. This is a good idea so far. But thanks y'all for coming to the stream, and this will be Jam and Sam signing off until tomorrow. Take care and have a great day. Ciao.